Okay, today I want us to solve a question, and the question is on the screen. If P equal this and Q equal this, act on a body, find in component form the resultant force and its magnitude. If the mass of the body is 4 kilograms, find its acceleration. So when they give you something like this, how do you start? Okay, there's a very simple process which I will show to all of us. So the first thing to do is to write the P out. Now this is the formula. You open this, then you write the first figure there, which is 8. The moment you do that, okay, you're going to write this sign, then put the angle. The angle is this one here. That's 30. Do you understand? So I'm done with the first part. Now you repeat the same number, which is 8, but this time around you get cos. You put 30 again. Do you understand? So what's going to happen is that you're going to write the first figure, you put sine, the angle, and when you're done, you write the figure again, and I say cos the angle. I think that part is clear. So let's solve it to the end, okay? Alright, so in the calculator now, you will press 8 times sine 30. If you do that, you will get 4. Then you say 8 times cos 30. If you do that, you will get 6.9282. So I believe that part is clear to all of us. Okay, so let's take the second one now, which is Q. The same thing will happen for the Q. If you look at the Q, you can see that the first figure is 9, right? So you come here and you write what? 9. Then you now put sine, the angle. What's the angle? 150. You write 150 here. Do you understand? Then you write the same figure again, the first figure, but this time around you got what now? Cos 150. Do you understand? Alright. So in the calculator, you will press 9 sine 150, or 9 times sine 150. What would that give you? In calculator, you get 4.5. In the same calculator, you press 9 cos 150. And what would that give you? The calculator, that will give you negative 7.7942. Now, you are free to confirm everything I've typed in the calculator. Do you understand? So now I'm done with everything. So the next question is find in component form. Say, find in component form the resultant force. So when they ask you for resultant force, you know what you do? Let me do another ink for that. So when they say resultant force, you write the word out. Resultant. Now, for resultant force, the formula is this. You will just take each of them and you add them up. That's all. It's very easy. So in resultant, just add. You add up your vector. Do you understand? Just add the vector. Add the vector, that's all. So let me add it now. So I have 4, 6 point what? 9282. And you say this one, you add again. The other one is what? 4.5. Then you have minus what? 7.7942. So we add them up, okay? So when you add them up, what I mean by adding up is that you're going to add the first line together. 4 plus 4.5. What would that give you? That's 8.5. Then the second line, you add it together. This plus this. In calculator, what would that give you? Minus 0.866. And that is all, okay? That is all. Now that I'm done with it, it is often good for you to rewrite this expression in another way. And what other way is that? Let me show you. Now that I'm done with it, you can now say that the final answer, which is P plus Q, do you understand, is equal to the first figure, which is 8.5. Now you see, this first figure, we often call it the X, and the second one, we often call it the Y. Do you understand? Alright, so this first figure is 8.5. You can put your I vector, and when you're done, the second one, minus 0.866, now put your J vector, because I is X, J is Y. Do you understand? And that's all. So the next question says what? Find the magnitude. Find the magnitude of the vector, of the resultant. Now, how do we find magnitude of resultant? Let me show you. To get the magnitude of resultant, this is what you do. You're going to write this word, magnitude. So to get the magnitude of any vector, what you do is this. You're going to write this symbol. Then you got this one inside. Do you see that? Then you got square root. You pick the first component, 8.5, and you square it. Then you pick the second component, minus 1.866, and you square it. Do you understand? Now, when you do this in calculator, this plus this, you will get 72.999. So the final answer will now be 8.544 Newton, and that's all. So we're done with that. Very easy, right? Okay. So the last question says that we should find, you see what they said last question? If the mass of the body is this, find the acceleration. So what do you do in this kind of situation? Let me show you what to do. Now, according to physics, not maths, according to physics, force is equal to mass times acceleration. Now remember, the force I just got now in my resultant is 8.544, right? So I can come here and just say, okay, 8.544 is equal to mass, which is 4 times A. Divide both sides by 4. This will cancel. So your A will now be this over 4, alright? So now we need a calculator, right? To solve this. So in calculator, you will just press 8.544 divided by 4. So the final answer is what? 2.136. And I'm done. Meter per second square. That's all. So if you have any question, you're free to ask. Thank you and bye.